the whole sync thing. We've been talking about like, oh, DJing with the sync, and like people don't care. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where we're fighting a lost battle.
Yeah, absolutely. So is this your introduction to letting everyone know that you're using sync now? Is that what's happening right here? Is this your coming out pod?
No, man, I don't. No, man, I don't use sync.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special episode. Another Monday. We got a non-cancellation. We got a follow-through, which is incredible right now. It's been a dry spell. I've been on a dry spell.
People been canceling?
Motherfuckers be canceling.
Oh, shit.
Getting nervous. I don't know. Whatever it is. But we're back, baby. We hit 2K subscribers, so definitely help the kid out. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the page. Yeah, we got a returning guest, my boy Kid Clay, one of the illest, one of the hardest working DJs, throwing his own parties, owning spots, and doing events, and fucking just grinding, always, nonstop.
Always.
And I want to start by saying thank you. I want to say thank you and also apologize. I'm going to say thank you first for including me on the Sounds of Chicago lineup, the last one you did. When was that?
It was in the summer, I think.
Summer, yeah. That was early summer. Sick event. Incredible concept, getting together different Chicago people that have their own brands that they're pushing and putting them all on a lineup together and displaying what we have here in the city is awesome. So that was super cool to be a part of. And then I want to apologize because it was right, sort of at the beginning of this new era that I'm in, where I'm playing disco and dance music and stuff like that. So I came in and I was playing my shit at the time, and I wasn't really great at it. So I kind of cleared the room a little bit, and it's just part of the process. I felt like shit for a couple weeks after, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I could go back there right now and absolutely fucking crush it.
Man, we would love to have you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever. But I'm just saying, like, it's good for me to be able to see that. Like, damn, I fucked this up, but now, I've gained so much ground since then.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I'm excited to be able to go to any event like that I would potentially get booked for, and like now I have my fucking feet under me and I could really rip a set properly.
Oh, no doubt.
Rather than just kind of figuring it out.
Man, speaking of Sounds of Chicago, like, I love what you have going on at Celeste right now, and we love to have you back. You and Heavy are crushing it, right? Like, is that you guys are doing that, what, 3 to 4 times a week?
We're at Celeste 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's all disco every day?
No. Wednesday's industry night, which is in the lounge on the second floor, so it's chill. It's house, like indie dance, vibey, remixes, chill shit. Nothing crazy. Keep it cool, keep a good vibe. Dude, last week there were like 4 different couples in there just making out for hours.
Oh, for sure.
It was it was just a sexy, like, cool ass room. And there's nothing better than when you're DJing and people are like getting after it. You're like, yeah.
Super vibing. I'm assuming this is after 2 a.m. Like, what time is this?
Yeah, Heavy opens up and then I come on at 12:30 and close it out till 4. So this was late. This was like 1:32. People were getting weird. It's a little dark in there.
Okay.
Sexy vibes. Thursday, we're on the top floor. We're in the garden playing all house.
Okay.
And then Friday, Saturday, we're in the disco doing all disco.
Man, have you and Heavy... Do you guys have a like brand together, or have you guys considered yourself a duo, or is it just like, yo, we're the residents at Celeste?
Yeah, so there's kind of 2 different things happening right now. We are the residents at Celeste. 2 of I think 4 or 5 residents they have there. Okay. Really, like Twan, maybe 4, because like Twan runs Friday nights in the garden. 5, all right. Okay. Me, Heavy, Twan. He does Friday nights in the garden. Nathan Scott does Saturday nights in the garden. And then Cedeno does Wednesdays in the garden.
Okay.
So there's like 5. And then Nathan always has Para on. Like, certain people are in there a lot. But yeah, me and Heavy became residents there. And then we also started this band, I guess, or this group called The Disconnect, which is Me Heavy and White Shadow.
Oh shoot, okay.
So The Disconnect is like, it's our group name, and it's also like the name of the radio show that we have on Sirius. It's also the name of the party that we're doing in the disco Friday and Saturday. So it's like we're trying to,
the brand's coming together.
yeah, we're trying to encapsulate everything into it. But like without White Shadow, it's just me and Heavy, like the residents at Celeste. You know what I mean?
Man, we would love, like I said, Sounds of Chicago is, I think when we started it, we didn't want it to be necessarily DJ focused. It was like, there's a lot of dope DJs in Chicago that have turned into event curators and have created these successful brands. So I think it was dope to kind of bring the brands all under one roof. And, you got people who party, who are used to partying on the South Side or in Pilsen or River North or just West Loop only. So, and you guys are in River North, right? So I think it was just cool to bring all those brands under one roof and like bring all these communities together, because that will allow people that love Kid Clay who may not know, Strategy and Heavy are now fans of you. And then, your brand, you guys come, people are like, oh, let's go check out Kid Clay or Slow Jams or this other branded party in another room. And now you're fans of them. And it kind of just puts other DJs like on the map. And I think that is the whole concept behind Sounds of Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the one that I did was the first one, right?
No, I think you did the second one.
Okay. Where was the first one at?
It's always at Untitled.
Okay.
Yeah, because we get 3 rooms. So
it's like a mini festival. Like you go there was the sign with the lineup. These guys are playing at this time in this room. Like it was fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, man, we're trying to build on it, bro. We actually have our next installment Sunday, December 12th. This Sunday, we got DJ Ease, DJ World Champion. He's gonna be doing a DJ showcase. Sick. So outside of we're growing, right? So outside of just the brands in Chicago, we're able to bring in special guests. The last one, Ludacris pulled up. Shout out to Lorenz Tate and his brothers for partnering with us on that. And, Ludacris was catching a vibe in there. I was literally DJing and I was playing some of his records. And the energy was just so dope. Like, he just walked right behind me. He was like, I'm about to grab the mic. Yeah, he walked right by me. And then,
you lured him in.
Yeah, he was like, I'm about to grab the mic. And he just started performing. And it was like this incredible experience.
What were you playing at that time?
Man, was it Lovers and Friends?
Sick.
Lovers and Friends. And then I think I played what's the joint? Why I'm having like a brain fart right now. I can't think of the other record I was playing before too, but
Splash Waterfalls.
There you go, my bad. Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah, played Splash Waterfall. I performed a little bit of that. Shauna pulled up too, she was performing. So It was dope. It was just it was cool because Shauna being from Chicago, kind of being on brand, and then having a special guest like Ludacris kind of come in, like really brought the event together.
Luda's a fucking man, bro.
Yeah.
Absolute spitter. I feel like he doesn't get the flowers that he should for being like the illest MC. Like obviously he's huge name and super popular and everyone knows him and his shit's party music, but also he's like an insane MC.
Yeah, he got bars for sure, and then his flow and delivery, no one has been able to rap like that since then. I think during the time when I was like a huge fan of Ludacris, he was definitely top tier. I just wonder if that style would work now.
The same kind of punchlines, like the balloon. What did he say on my bitch bad?
He just exaggerate his just use of. I don't know. It's like the vocabulary and the kind of emphasis at the end of a bar. A lot of people aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like rap music right now. No one's really. It's not like about how you're saying shit, right? I don't really. I'm not. I left the rap scene, bro. I'm out. I'm a disco guy. I'm a house guy right now. I've abandoned rap fully. I jumped ship. I don't even know what's going on.
Man, even for myself, I'm a huge fan of music and just kind of trying to stay on top of everything. A lot of the new stuff, I can appreciate it, but I'm not listening to it in my car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just know these records work in the club. I know I'm going to get the reaction from the people. I know the younger generation may like it, but it's we're kind of in this weird time where music, at least to me, it's being rushed. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting the quality projects. Now there are great artists, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like with just Fridays, we're getting fed with so much music every week. It's hard to catch up. Everybody's chasing the TikTok and Instagram algorithms, so it's like it's tough times.
Yeah. So that's a good point. Like, I think about this sometimes. When I first started DJing,
sure,
the shit that I was listening to in my car was the shit that I was playing.
Yeah.
I loved what I was listening to and I loved what I was playing. It went side by side. And then as I like got into the club scene and started doing mainstream nights and whatever, you're playing pop music. Like back then it was underground hip hop. I'm listening to Common Resurrection. I'm playing Common Resurrection at Sub T. Then I move into playing at Bottle Blonde and I'm playing Migos, but you're not going to catch me listening to Migos in my whip.
For sure.
And now I'm back to playing music that I'm listening to in my car. Like I'm excited to get in the car, throw on a playlist and like find new music to go play at night. How often do you feel like you're doing that? Do you have a good balance of that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, before I started DJing, I was always the music guy, like downloading mixtapes and trying to hear new artists and music before everybody else. So I think something that I still do now is like on Fridays, I'm listening to the new albums. I'm trying to find like a record off this project that I don't think the masses necessarily are listening to, but I'm going to make sure I play it in the midst of, you know, the popular shit that everybody else likes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to figure out like mentally and thinking before a set. You know, I want someone to Shazam some songs during my set. Okay. And that is for me fulfilling and then letting me know like, I did a good job. You know what I'm saying? I get more fulfillment from that than playing like the hottest record in the club. Right. And everybody going crazy. Like that's cool. But then I appreciate someone coming up to me and being like, yo, can I take a pic? What song was that? Can I get a flick of that? Or the Shazam, it's not working. I'm like, oh, that's my edit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or so-and-so edit, so.
Yeah, that is the shit. And I'm excited to be feeling that again. Yeah. I didn't feel that for a long time, so it feels good.
I think the big piece is just, as a DJ, we got to listen to music and find time to do it. You know what I mean? And that is the thing. I think when you hear a great DJ, you could tell they're a real fan of music and they're actually listening to music. They're practicing with it at home before they play it in the clubs. I feel like if you don't do that, that's how you get caught into this same set. You know what I mean? I've heard DJs before where it's crazy. You can ask some of my friends. I'll be like, I know what they're blending next. You know what I mean? And it's just...
Yeah, what are their names?
No, I'm just saying it's just not that, but you know what I mean? It's just being out and hearing and I'm like, oh, they're going to play this next. You know what I mean? Or,
and is it the whole set or is it just a little 3-song stint where
maybe like a 3 songs? Okay. You know what I mean?
That's common.
Sure.
I support that. We all have our little tricks, our little bag of tricks we got to bust out to get to where we want to go. But there are some guys out here that legit from start to finish are just playing the same exact set. Which is crazy.
And I have to like reset because I've caught myself when I was DJing a lot during the week, like, man, I was playing the same shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I try to get out of that. So, something that I try to do is like I'll make a crate of new records that I may not have played in a long time or new music that came out from that week that it's like a priority that I get these records off. In the midst of me playing, a lot of the popular records and stuff like that. But I'm going to always still do me. It's just a matter of what is that percentage? You know what I mean? I can't super go left field all the time where it's like, I'm going in this super bag where people don't know half of these records. Only a few people will appreciate it. I'll clear the room. Yeah. But I still have always been on that, and I'm going to continue to be on that as long as I'm DJing for sure.
That's sick. So, where'd you play last weekend? How was your weekend? Are you enjoying DJing right now, this week, in this moment? I know for me, yeah, it goes back and forth. Sometimes like, God damn, this shit's too much. I hate it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then other weeks I'm like, this is the greatest thing in the entire world.
I mean, we go through our ups and downs, right? I think one of the big things now as I'm getting older is not DJing every day. So it was when you had 10 gigs in a week. It's like you're at work most of the time. Where it's like, okay, this week I got Thursday at Privé, it's a all R&B party. Saturday is my residency at Broken Shaker. Sunday is Sounds of Chicago. So I can like prep a little bit and kind of walk into these gigs with more, being more intentional than just saying like, oh, off to this club, off to this club, off to this club. So to answer your question, yeah, man, I still love it. You know, there's some days I'm frustrated, but I will say that I've created a lane for myself where I could say no to certain gigs and really look forward to the gigs that I really want to play at. You know what I mean? And that is what I continue to strive for.
Yeah. You get to a point where it feels better to say no to a gig than it does to even get the offer, you know?
Oh, bro.
Isn't that the best? When you can turn a gig down and just be like, nah.
No, I'm straight. You know what I mean? I'd rather be at home going through music. I'd rather hang out with my girl. I'd rather go kick it with my homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spend time with my daughter. You know what I mean? Just things like that. Be with family, you know? It's cool to say no. And sometimes it's cool to be off and not do anything. You know what I mean? It feels weird some days where it's a Saturday and it's like, oh, I don't have anything going on, but I probably needed the rest. You know what I mean? To be able to have the energy to go hard on Sunday.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, bro. I'm glad to hear that. I like that. It reminds me that that's the real shit.
Yeah.
We need that. I definitely was lost in like, I need to take every gig because this is going to disappear one day, or I need to be playing at all the clubs because that's how you establish how hot you are in the city. And it's not true. I think it is true to a point, maybe. Maybe it is true. Maybe that like that's a phase that you need, right? And then but you also need to grow out of it at some point.
Well, when you're taking club gigs, like taking all the club gigs,
when you're like, give
that?
me everything.
Yeah, man. I was just talking to one of my homies about this, and it was like, man, you know the game. You working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These clubs aren't necessarily paying the best, not all of them. So let's just say you chasing $300 for a set, you know, 3-4 hour set. You know what some of these places are paying, and you are working so hard for not the most money. You know what I mean? Where it's like, man, figure out how you could scale up, make more at certain gigs, say no to certain gigs, and then that allows you to, man, maybe be at home, come up with a creative idea of throwing your own event, or like creating a collaboration or a partner, or, you know, us creating Sounds of Chicago, Sounds of Summer. Shout out one of my business partners, SD, Blackout Weekend, like things of that nature. I think a lot of the things that I'm doing now, I wouldn't have had the mental capacity to do them if I was DJing every day. And that is something that like I didn't realize until I started saying no. My homie would be telling me all the time, like, stop doing this gig. Why are you still DJing here on Friday nights? And I'd be like, oh, he's like, bro, you don't need that little chump change or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, actually I do. And he's like, nah, man, take some time off. And then, you know, hey, I'm not doing this.
Who taught you that? Who told you that? If you don't mind me asking.
Man, big shout out to, man, this is my brother, one of my best friends. His name is Tori. He runs a art gallery. He used to be an artist, super talented.
He's not even a DJ.
No.
How does he even know this? How does that how does he even have the insight? Man, because he gets the hustle mentality of just taking things to the next level. That's what we kind of have we have these conversations on a weekly basis. Like, how do we scale up? How do we go from here to here? You know what I mean? And he would tell me, he'd be like, bro, why are you still DJing at such and such Friday nights? Like, I think you should stop. And guess what? I stopped, and I made up for the money somewhere else. And, you know, now I look at it now, just being deep in the game, it's like making those decisions is what has allowed me to start creating and making my own DJ edits, buying a camera and
recording my gigs, and now I'm learning CapCut and like Adobe and making a YouTube channel, like all these things where I wouldn't have been able to do it, all jokes aside, if I was DJing 10 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that makes sense. That's dope. You definitely, it's inspirational to see you, and there's a couple other people in the city that are just like getting with the people that are on the same page as them and building together. Like the more people you have on your team, the further you go, it seems like.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out my bro Sigma Chris. I remember like he was one of the first people to kind of say, let's collaborate. Like, just let's throw this event together. And we split everything 50-50. You know what I mean? That was like, that kind of introduced me into collaboration and like partnership. And that is how it should be. It's like, if you got somebody who's talented, who's a super dope DJ, I have someone who's super dope on the event curation side. We also have a close friendship. Like Chris is one of my brothers, one of my best friends too. Why wouldn't we partner? And I think as a DJ and as an event curator, I think one of the biggest missing pieces is like understanding business. So when we were able to kind of lock in like that, it was like, oh, why not? And we've been able to grow and build these amazing things together. Same with my partner, Francesca Eva, Fran. Like, she gets it. SD, she gets it. All my business partners from the Good Company brand, like, they get it. And even this younger generation, you're seeing these groups now starting to form, and they get it. They are throwing their own events. They're building community, and they're realizing like they have the access now to be successful, which is dope.
Yeah, that's sick. So when you like kind of consciously made the move to scale back on the gigs that weren't elevating you and like push forward for yourself, do you sort of feel like you took yourself out of the open format scene and went into this other direction?
Man, you know what's crazy? Yeah. I think there was a time where I was taking everything, you know, I was DJing at the Latin spots, you know what I'm saying? I was DJing at the top 40 spots. And now, to be honest, a lot of the places that I'm at now, like Thursdays, is all R&B. A Broken Shaker. Sure, I can play a little open. I'm playing a little open format there, but still more so my bread and butter, which is like hip hop, R&B. You know, I'll get into the reggae, the Afro beats vibe. I'll slip in some house, some funk that like I gravitate toward. You know what I'm saying, that I'm a fan of. But yeah, man, it's different. I'm not DJing at like Tao. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm not DJing at some of these other, you know, let's say like house clubs either. So I kind of have separated myself, but I'm just as busy, which is cool. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's how me and Heavy, with this new residency and this disconnect and this whole venture we're going on, it sort of feels like we left the open format scene. I was talking with him about it. And like, there's a small part of me that misses it because you're sort of, for me at least, I was so deep in the Chicago nightlife scene, like know all the guys, hanging with all the DJs, going out every Sunday and seeing everybody partying together. It's a good time. It's a bond. Yeah. And I feel like I've sort of left that. Like I'm not tapped in as I once was. And sometimes I feel like as I should be, especially as like the fucking guy who has this podcast. Like, yeah, for sure. There's sometimes people are telling me about shit and I'm like, oh, I couldn't even answer that. I don't know. I'm not part of that anymore. And there's a weird, sometimes I'm like, damn, do I need to tap in a little bit more? Not even necessarily like playing those gigs, but even just going out and hearing what's going on in those rooms.
So, I mean, to see where you at now, that's growth, right? And that is just where you're at now, and like who knows where that will eventually lead. But I think it's great for you to be in that position that you are in now. But I will say, you know, we're DJs, right? And we need to be out. We need to go to the club and hear what other DJs are playing, even if we're not DJing in those spots, just to kind of, get some inspiration. Like, I do that all the time. I'm like, man, I just want to go hit these few spots, check out the DJs, maybe hear some records that I haven't heard in a long time. Maybe it inspire me to listen to this album again or something like that. And I think we should always continue to do that. But I think what you and Heavy have done is like just very smart, especially as we are, I always say it, like we're not 21 anymore. Yeah. So you got to start making some like big boy decisions that are going to really set our future up. Because I think, at least for me, that's why I'm so like on it, because it's like make or break. We don't have time to kind of like figure it out anymore. It's like, oh, we need to kind of be making shit shake.
Do you don't feel like you're sort of figuring it out as you go?
Yeah, but at least I'm not still caught in the zone of like, I gotta DJ in nightclubs every day, or just thinking the mindset of just DJ. I'm thinking like, cool, I can still DJ at these venues here. Cool. I work with the owner at Pravare, where I am in charge of booking the DJs there and the programming there. So it's like, you're able to make money and like not be present and like put programming together. So that was one thing. And then it was like, how can I create these quarterly or annual events that generate massive incomes, so that way, you could create something where 10 years from now, my name won't be attached, but like Sounds of Chicago will still grow on its own. Sounds of Summer still grow on its own. Blackout Weekend still grows on its own. Just kind of putting those pieces together. So to answer your question, yeah, I'm learning, but I'm understanding we can't just DJ if we want to really live off of the hard work that we put in now when we're old. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn 60 and be like, I don't have no money. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I still got a DJ.
You want to do it because you want to, not because you have to.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing now. It's like, put yourself in a position where, man, let's be honest. When my DJ homies hit me up, we ain't making $1 million. Man, it may be a few $100, but guess what? I get to DJ with my homies who love music just as much as me, and we can throw this amazing event. I'm going to say yes to that because I've set myself up to not, unfortunately, work with such and such who I'm not necessarily like a fan of, or I don't really rock with, you know how
the way these guys do business.
Yeah, the way these guys do business, or things of that nature. So you got to get out here and get it, man. Create your own events and start thinking big, bro. Sounds of Summer. I mean, just to piggyback off of Sounds of Chicago, we were like, hey, we're gonna start throwing a few rooftops, right? Cool. Came up with the brand Sounds of Summer. Fran had the idea of like, hey, let's book Olay from Selection. So it's like, okay, that turned into a thing. So it's like, oh, Sounds of Summer. Yeah, you're going to see Fran and Clay DJ, but let's create something where we're bringing a DJ from out of town, where people can appreciate like someone dope from Bo from DC. Like I said, we got Ease coming from, I think Ease is from New York. Ease is coming, just create new experiences in the city, man, because you got to keep coming with new material and new things to keep people engaged as you get older in this industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that, like, it feels to me like we're in a time where people are going out for exactly what they want. Like, you're doing a Thursday night that's all R&B.
Yeah.
And people gravitate towards that because they're like, oh, perfect. I want to hear R&B. I don't want to go to Club X where the DJ's different every single night and they don't have an identity and I don't know what they're going to play. It doesn't tell me any information whatsoever about the music that I'm going to hear.
For sure.
I want to go here because I know exactly what I'm going to get.
Yeah, I think now we're kind of transitioning back into follow the DJ.
Yes.
And I could see that a lot. There'll be nights where, let's say I'm off on a Saturday night and people hit me up like, yo, Clay, where are you at tonight? We don't care if it's cracking, if it's 10 people, we just come and hear you. And I think as DJs, we have to realize the power that we truly we have now. It's people want the vibe that the DJs are creating. So, and I think one of the big pieces to, you know, build that audience is not DJing in the spaces that are going to cause you to not be able to truly represent who you are as a DJ. And that is, you know, it's not easy for everybody to do, but something I'm trying to make sure I stay on track with.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. I think that people are trusting the DJ again and are open to hearing new music now. It feels to me like we're sort of rejecting everything that has been up until now. Like give it to me fast, give me 25 songs in a minute. Like I'm ADD, I want to change, feed me. Everything's going quick. It all feels like it's slowing down a bit. People are a little bit more apt to just not to actually enjoying what's happening in front of them and like be present. It feels like we hit a point where it was a breaking point.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're starting our journey into this next era, which seems to be a lot more conducive for what we do.
For sure.
It feels good in some of these rooms.
Man, and you know, I think it's you know, I have a residency at Broken Shaker, which is inside the Freehand Hotel, right? And they book me once a month and they love me there. And to be honest, it's not that busy. But, you know, they trust me to know I'm just going to come in and play some good vibes for the hotel guests or for people that just randomly walk into the spot. And I appreciate that. And it's, you know, I might be in there playing like Larry June, and then I might be in there playing, sure, K Tronada, and then I might be playing some new Leon Thomas. But the thing is, they're not monitoring me at all. It's like, yo, do you read the room? If it's super packed, if it's not packed, we just appreciate, you know how to curate a dope soundtrack. And those are the relationships that I like cherish the most with these spaces. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike at Pravare. He lets me do my thing. Like, he's like, yo, take care of the R&B on Thursdays, book the DJs on Fridays. He doesn't second guess what I do. He just trusts me. When I'm DJing there, no one's in there telling me what to do. They have confidence in my level of expertise. And that's, I think, as a DJ, that's what we all should crave and have when we walk into a space. And you know how it was. Years ago, it wasn't like that. Dude, I'm getting text messages. Hey, we need you to do this. So-and-so, the bottles is coming out. And it's like, that's giving me too much anxiety, and I'm straight on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's crazy. The concept of like being a GM that wants to control the DJ and tell them what to do is like, you hired this guy to do a job. And if you are hiring somebody to do a job, you would want the best person to do the job, right?
Sure.
And then you hire them and you're like, you're the best. Do what you do. I picked you because you're the best. I'm paying you this much money because you're the best. Do the best. And I'm going to go do my best at what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to run this club. I'm going to make sure these girls are getting these bottles out. I'm going to make sure the front door is letting the right people in. I'm going to make sure my security is watching the crowd. Like, it's crazy to me to think that you would hire a DJ and then want to micromanage them as everything else that you're supposed to be doing falls to the wayside.
Oh, for sure. You know, and you got to remember, like, just coming from the ownership side, I've been able to see it. You know what I mean? And even with like booking some of these big events, right? I'm still a DJ at the end of the day, but I'm booking these other DJs that I am in control of. So it's weird. So I have business partners we're controlling everything, but I'm like, I'm booking these DJs. I got to kind of let them do them. You know what I mean? It's cool kind of seeing it from both perspectives. And, you know, now I can appreciate it. You know, just now I can realize like a DJ asking, yo, I need $800 for this set. And it's like, man, you don't understand the business part. This venue holds 100 people. There's not bottle service in here. There's only cocktails. That bar may only make $3,000 on a good night. And you're asking for $800. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you want a third of the income.
Come on, and you still got to pay your staff, and you got to keep the lights on. So I get to see it. Like, I'm always gonna fight for the DJ, but I'm also understanding the business side of things and just trying to find the balance between both. You know what I'm saying?
It's dope though, because I imagine that if somebody came to you and was like, yo, I want $800 for this set, you would break it down for them just like you did, and like they would hopefully learn something in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, where there's a lot of other guys that are like, what, I pay this guy this much, why would I pay you that much? And there's no learning there. You're like, all right, I guess. Or, you know, I feel like being able to break it down to them and say, like, look at the room, look at where you're playing. If you want to play here, you know, make sure that it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't, then tell them you want $800 because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and you know, and guess what? You might get that in a space, and they may not ever book you again. But when you're trying to build partnerships and very solid relationships, you need to really have that business mindset. You know, I started this Coffee with Clay series, and you know, everybody's been, you know, you've been seeing the coffee stuff kind of take off, right? And they've been turning it into these super hardcore parties and like super turned up. And I do like the concept of coffee, but I wanted to do it in a way of, yo, let me bring people together. You know, I do have a following that, man, they don't drink, and they may have kids. They may want to come out. They love coffee. They want to hear a cool little vibey set for a few hours and go home. And what I've noticed from just doing that, and big shout out to Wendy from Level Up Coffee. I walked into her shop, and we actually started, you know, my girlfriend was like, man, you should reach out to the owner about possibly doing your Coffee with Clay series here. And reached out to her, had a great conversation, told her this was my idea. She was kind of hesitant on doing it at first. And it's like, look, I understand we're not going to make millions of dollars from this, but let's see your sales. What are you typically doing on Saturday during this time? Let's create some energy around it. And let's see if there's a huge increase in sales. And then, you know, now we could talk like, oh, this makes sense. What, you know, I can be compensated for it.
Yeah.
And we did that. And we were able to, like, man, she was very transparent with me. We were able to look at numbers and see the difference. And it's like, this makes sense.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? I can pay you X, Y, and Z. Now let's try to do it again. And that's kind of been what I've been on lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even having that mindset, I think, is just gotten me in some good rooms and good spaces.
That's awesome. I'm going to take a leak real quick, but hold on. We'll be right back.
We're taking a quick break.
Shouts to Long Drink for sponsoring the podcast. Absolutely the best cocktail you can get out there. That's exactly what it is. A cocktail in a can. It's not a seltzer. As you can tell, it's not one of those stupid, long, skinny cans that makes you look like an idiot stick when you're drinking it. This is good stuff. Anyone I give one of these to ask me what it is, where they can get it, and why they haven't had it before. I'm putting people on. You guys are next. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the program. Go to your local liquor store. Target's got them. Wherever you can. Grab a long drink today. Enjoy. Watch the pod. Let's get back to it. Thank you.
Bro, and that's the thing. Even with just AI, right? You got to learn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You learn how to use it to your
reject a lot of it. I do. I use it sparingly, but there's a lot of me that's like, man, fuck all this shit.
You're not fucking with it.
I go back and forth. I'm 50-50. Like, I'll use it. I'm not like one of those purist guys that's like, I'll never touch it. I will use it, but 99% of a lot of the time when I think about it, I'm like, oh God, that sounds terrible. Like, I want the humans to be creating.
Sure.
I want, like, they're like, this is going to take over and kill us. Like, we're going to be dead. It's the next thing. It's scary. It's like, the change is coming. It's terrifying is, I think, the basis of it.
All jokes aside, me and my homie were talking about this a few weeks ago. He was like, Chat GBT and all this AI stuff is going to be the end of us. Is the end. And we were laughing, but it's scary, bro. It's
yeah.
It's literally doing all the work for us. You could see all the jobs that are being eliminated from the use of AI just all across different industries. You know, one of my boys just was sending me a message about iTunes now, how it's like mixing the songs in perfectly. He was like, bro, what the hell? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's only like a matter of time. But it's scary. I ain't gonna lie, man. I use it though.
Yeah, it's coming. But then there is also little spurts of light that I get when, like, you know, I'm subscribed to some AI clip making thing for fucking podcasters. So I put my podcast in there and it spits me out all these clips and I'm like, these are all trash. Like, I can't use
I didn't give you good content.
I see the people that post those clips. There's guys that you can, like, it's so lazy and you can just feel how lazy it is. And it kind of makes me like, man, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, this is doing nothing for you. You're just like doing the thing and there's no heart in it. Like, you're not putting anything into it.
You're taking the art out of it. Like the
art and just the soul, the living, like it's just, it's all computer generated. Like, you can really feel in the clip itself the fact that a human didn't touch it.
For sure.
And that reminds me, like, okay, yeah, it's getting crazy, but also, like, is it going to get to a point where a computer can exactly replicate the human touch or element or whatever it is?
I think it will be, will we care enough? Or will it be enough people who care?
Yeah, you might be right. We all are just getting so dumb every moment that goes on that we're going to reach a point. We're going to get so dumb and AI is going to get so good that we're going to meet right in the middle.
Dude, it's like Sora. Have you seen the clips?
Yeah, the new Sora. Everyone's posting. You've seen that
nuts.
over the
What's
weekend.
What's the Sora? Sora's the app, right?
Well, Sora, the first time I heard of it, it was a music thing, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or that was Suno.
No, it's
Sora.
It's that.
I don't know.
Sora was like Chat GPT, where it was like giving you pictures, but now it's like full on video.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people this whole weekend using Sora videos to promote, and truly, most of them sucked. They're all very fascinating because of how real they're starting to look. Like,
is that the videos with like SpongeBob where he was like running away from the cops?
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that shit's funny. But it's people been posting like cartoon characters running away from the police or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I think that's Sora. But I've seen DJs who are telling this thing like, put me in, like, Goshfather actually has the best fucking ones, bro. Yeah. Goshfather crushed it. He's got a whole slide of all these AI things, and one of them's like, make me an artist on TRL that's got the hottest music video in 1999, you know?
I'd have to
and
see
it's like perfectly replicated. It's fucking TRL and it's Goshfather in TRL and it looks like him and the people look real. There's very small moments of like weird fingerless shit, but it's all getting way better and it looks crazy, bro.
Yeah, I haven't really tapped into it like that, but that's the scary stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fact that we're not going to be able to look on our phones, look at the internet. We're not going to be able to look at a screen and know whether it's real or not, which we're there right now. There's a bunch of bullshit. There's all sorts of crazy shit happening. But, that's why I like to then sort of pull back and get off the phone and like use my eyes in the fucking real world that I'm existing in to be like, okay, everything is not what my phone's telling me it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we still have like, we still want to be our authentic selves and we still have taste and, some of these other people, they don't. That's why they are doing what they're doing with some of these apps. But, it's one of those weird things, man, where you got to adapt. But then also people don't care as much. And it's just it's very unfortunate. I was talking to, the whole sync thing. We've been talking about like, DJing with the sync and like people don't care. You know what I mean? It's a small population of DJs who don't rock with it, but guess what? For majority of the people who are out at the club, they could care less. You know what I mean? And they don't know the difference. So it's just one of those things where we're fighting a lost battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
so is this your introduction to letting everyone know that you're using sync now? Is that what's happening right here? Is this your coming out pod?
No, man, I don't. No, man, I don't use sync. Nothing, you know, no shade to DJs who use it, but it was just kind of one of those things where it was like talked down upon.
Yeah.
In the beginning, but like at the end of the day, bro, who cares? What I will say is when I began learning DJing, the guys that really inspired me and taught me to do it, that's not how they were rocking, and that is why I'm the DJ that I am today. I just think that I wish DJs weren't learning that way in the beginning from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's just... There's cool ways to, I guess, utilize it, but it's like, man, if that's kind of how you learned it, you will never go back to wanting to learn how to truly DJ without it.
Well, what if it is preventing them from getting to the next level of the game? Is that possible? Is it possible that you start out with sync because that's just what it is? It's easy. It's in everything now. And then maybe a couple years in, you realize that you can't change records as fast, or you're in an environment where you need to switch BPMs way faster or something, and then you're like, oh fuck, I got to learn how to take this off if I want to prevail. Is that even a scenario that could happen? I don't know. I don't.
Were you saying DJs who learn that way, would they be able to,
like, sync is just a new DJ getting in the game is probably using sync.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
It's part of it now. When I feel like when we started, it wasn't really that great, and it wasn't like on everything, and it was like you could use it if you want, but it wasn't like a standard. I feel like it's kind of standard now, right?
You know what I mean? There's still a lot of DJs that don't use it, and then I've seen DJs who do use it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I would have to do some kind of like poll or to get some data to kind of really see what the percentages are now. But once again, there are some great DJs who use sync and they're great. And then, there's some DJs who don't use sync and they may struggle with like blend. You know what I mean? Struggle with blending. I've actually had some students who I've taught to DJ, and one of my students, he was using sync in the beginning, but I made him stop. And to be honest, one of the things that he says to me to this day is like, man, I'm thankful that you taught me to do that, because now I even appreciate DJing 10 times more than I did. You know what I mean? I enjoy it more. So, to each his own. I mean, everybody is different. I don't talk shit about it. It's just one of those things where I even brought up in our conversation where it's like the audience, they don't care. It's just like a DJ who's not knowing, only DJing with one hand, or some DJs aren't DJing at all with their hands and just queuing up. I've seen that too. Yeah.
There's no right or wrong way to do it. If the room's rocking,
the room is rocking,
you're doing your thing.
The room is rocking.
Doesn't matter how you got them there.
No, it's just, I always like to, at least for me, just pay homage, and like, I'm a fan of this shit. I really love this DJing shit, and the DJs that really inspired me, who still inspire me to this day, that's not how I learned from them, which is why, I'm still at home practicing with my opposite hand to like hopefully get it as good as my right hand one day. You know what I mean? But that's just me, and everybody's not the same. So
yeah, but there is like, I mean, sometimes the coming in on the song late and having to, give the record a nudge, and like that gets you in it more. Like, you're fucking in it.
You could feel it.
You could feel it.
I just posted a reel. I try to post reels weekly, but I put this Drake the Model acapella over I Want You Marvin Gaye. But if you really listen to it, you can see when the acapella is not lined up. You know what I mean? But you can hear me smooth it out and catch it back. And like, I appreciate that. And sometimes even with DJing, I want to hear the mess up a little bit and I want to see you correct it. Sometimes the just using like with some of the mashups with like syncing it's like off. The vocals are like too perfect on the instrumental, where it's like if you really know music, you would know that the vocals are really supposed to be behind the beat a little bit based off of how they were rapping. You know what I mean? And yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it's like I said, there's no shade. It's just that's just how I like to do things, and I appreciate the messing up. Yeah. Every once in a while. Boy Genius, you know, I'll see him all the time when he'll do his like coffee breaks, or even when he's out live, he'll put an acapella over something, and I'll hear it and I'll know it's off, and I'm waiting for him to catch it, because even catching it is a skill. You know what I mean? That dope DJs, we appreciate that. And it's like, oh, okay, he caught it back. Perfect. Yeah. You know?
That's the skill. That's the ride. That's like the exhilarating part of it for me. For
sure.
I couldn't imagine you're DJing with sync on. There's no, what ride are you riding? What thrill are you getting? Like, to be the commander of mixing these two records, and if you do fuck it up, you're going to really feel it. Like, you're going to feel this room absolutely just drop in energy.
Yeah, and then you hear it off, and you gotta like get out of the instrumental and like try to bring it back, or take the acapella out and like bring it back in. But you know, that's just, once again, it's just like a different time.
It's kind of some hoe shit now that we're really talking about it. I mean, let's be honest. You're just scared of fucking up, and you're scared of feeling that room drop. You felt that. You know that. Well, maybe, I guess not. Maybe they've never felt that.
Well, maybe this is what I think. I think it goes back to not feeling that, or once again, it goes back to the essence of that's just not how it was taught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that is what, and that's all I was saying with it. If you weren't taught that way, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So that is why that's why I don't talk shit about it. It's like the only thing I can focus on is being the best version of myself.
Yeah, that's the real shit.
And the best Kid Clay I can be.
But listen, that's not clippable, so I need you to talk about... No, I'm kidding. No, that's the real shit. Like,
I always wanted to talk about, you know, it's cool to have the conversations about like the sync and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And you know, like I said, there's people that, like you said, who don't like it. And then in the beginning, I kind of felt that way. And now it's like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how you know you're like a grown man. Because when something kind of aggravates you, but then you let it simmer a little bit, and you think about it, and you settle on like, yeah, but it doesn't affect me. I don't care.
I mean, it was just like, I hate when everything gets easier. Yeah. So, and that's just... like, you know, I hate the fact of like playlists. You know what I'm saying? People just gravitate to certain playlists and figure out these are the songs I'm supposed to be playing. And it's like, I was just listening to this Afrobeats album this week, and I was like working out, got through the whole album, and then, you know, I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, number 3, number 6, number 8, those go. Then I go on like this Afrobeats playlist, and those are the top 3 songs on the playlist now. And it's like, oh man, it just, now someone can just go to that, where it's like, yo, I spent time like appreciating an album, picking out what I thought would be dope that I'm gonna start playing. Yeah. But guess what? They're gonna start playing it too, because they're just gonna go to the playlist, and now they have the same access. It's like it did the work for them. So
yeah,
I'm all about just like working, man, just like putting in the work and working hard as a DJ. Like, I love that shit. I was, you know, I think we're in this era now where, and let me know if I'm just rambling, because sometimes I'll be all over the place, but like we're in this day and age where like just posting a DJ flyer on where you're at this week and that's it, is like, that's not enough anymore as a DJ. You need to be figuring out, man, getting content at your gigs, whether that's footage of you DJing, whether that's dope phone footage that someone else is sending you, whether that's creating your own reel, whether that's, you know, putting out content for your own podcast, making edits, all these different things. There's so many things we have to do that we should honestly love doing too. It shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm here Thursday, Friday. It's like, no, you gotta do some other cool shit to kind of bring people in and build a brand.
Yeah. There's all the extra stuff, you got to learn Photoshop, and you got to learn Premiere, and you got to get your subscription to Sora and fucking.
Yo, I'm gonna buy it $20 a month, bro. I'm gonna get
it. That's how it's been. That's absolutely how it's been. But I personally kind of feel like we're coming to not the end of that. I would never say that there's not going to be a day in the future where you don't have to create content.
Okay.
But I feel like we're leaning further back into, like you said, being respected as the curator
for sure.
of music. And we're getting away from, you need to be on TikTok making these mashups so people can see you. We're obviously going to have to find the balance, and the best thing you can do is be as authentic as you can in yourself with your content, rather than looking at something that's hot and saying, let me do that because it's hot.
Following that trend per se.
Right, exactly. So that's definitely not the move. You're going to have to make content. It's going to have to be authentic, but I also feel like we're just slightly leaning away from the phones more. It's coming back to real life. It's coming back to, if you didn't get a video, it's fine.
It's okay.
You know, it feels like real life matters again. Like Vince Vaughn was at Celeste last Thursday, and nobody took a video of him. I told my photographer not to take a picture of him. It was like, it's fine. Just enjoy it. Let it happen.
Moment.
Like, that shit was fucking incredible. I'm DJing for Vince Vaughn, bro. That was nuts.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to show for it. And I don't give a fuck.
And you don't care.
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels fucking great. So I just think that we're pulling back a little bit from how demanding that shit has been.
I mean, it's very, you could get caught in it from seeing it, and from seeing all of the content different DJs are producing, and it can be very overwhelming. But you know, I think the big piece is just stay true to yourself and do what makes sense for you. So yeah, you're not following all of these trends, but you know, I might post, you know, I try to weekly to maybe post like a reel of me doing like a mashup in a cool way that is cool to me, right? You know what I mean? Or answering a question or asking my audience a question that can hopefully create some like engagement that is some shit that I would really ask. You know what I mean? So, but you could you get caught in it, bro. You'll drive yourself crazy thinking like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And that's how you burn yourself out.
Yep.
But I do think it's just very imperative for us to figure out what are some other cool ways to engage our audience and build your core following. And I'm constantly thinking about that on a daily basis, bro. It's like, my girl be talking to me some days, and we're being honest, she'll say something and then I ain't heard one word she said, because like I'm having a meeting with myself in my head about, yo, I gotta figure this, you know what I mean? I gotta figure this out. And I'm like trying to figure out what's next. And we got to figure out where our money's coming from months in advance, or what our bookings are looking like, or have we created the right content to bring us these brand opportunities and things like that. It never shuts off, which is a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel you so deeply. It's so, every time we talk, it's just like such a good reminder that we're from the same place.
Sure.
Like, we've been fucking seeing each other's names for 17 years now.
Yeah.
Like we started at the same time. We've grown together. Like we don't talk much, but like it's very obvious that we share the exact same feelings. It's comfortable. It's nice.
No, yeah, it's good. And it's good to have these conversations just to know you're not alone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we're still trying to figure it out. You know, there's people who could look at strategy or myself and think we made it. And it's like, no, we got a long way to go. You know what I mean? We're still figuring out the pieces of the puzzle. But it's just good that at least our mind is thinking in a way so we're not going to be stuck when we get older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's part of the game, bro.
Yeah. And to touch back on like the content thing, it feels like before when I was making content, the goal was to make it as digestible as possible for the most eyes. Like
Sure.
capture the most people with it because it's going on the internet. You can reach anyone in the entire world.
Yeah.
And now when I'm making it, it's like, I just want to do what I like and for people that like what I like to follow it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it feels like I'm fishing in a smaller pond.
But you know, that could be the difference maker of like, I think that mindset could be what even takes the podcast to the next level. You know what I mean? I think the big piece with that is just staying consistent with it though. So it's not overdoing it. It's like, yo, these are the things that I like to do to engage my audience and be consistent at it. And does that mean you got to post every single day? No, it doesn't. But if you're consistent and you're doing something on like the certain days that your podcasts and stuff like that drop are consistent, that's all you need to do right there. Like I listen to the Joe Budden podcast every week. I'll be looking forward to Wednesdays and Saturdays. You know what I mean? My brain is fried from listening to so much music that it's like Wednesday comes, they got me for 2 to 3 hours of listening. You know what I'm saying? Same with Saturdays. So, no, man, we can't get overwhelmed and we can't give ourselves this to-do list of like 100 things. It's like figure out a few good things that we are good at and like try to master those. I was just saying, just as DJs, I think we do need to get a little more creative though, as far as just like posting where we're DJing at though.
Absolutely. Do you have a playlist? Do you update a weekly playlist or anything? Are you doing any sort of music curation?
Man, you know what's crazy is people ask me that all the time and I don't make playlists.
Because you hate them.
No, I don't. Not because I hate them, but I never really got into the playlist curation thing. I think I spent more time like curating my crates. You know what I'm saying? And kind of doing that. I think what I get off on outside of curating a playlist is making a mix.
Yeah.
So, you know, I tell DJs all the time, like, I felt there was a time nobody was like putting out mixes. And I was like, yo, do you think people don't listen to them? Is that why we aren't doing it? Or are we getting too lazy where we can't get in our crib, put together some new shit, and make a playlist for, maybe it's just for yourself to work out in the gym. You know what I mean? And that's why I do it. So I think me making a playlist is like, I substitute that with making a mix. You know, I'll talk to one of my homies who owns a club. He was like, yo, we be playing your shit. We be playing your mixes like before the DJ gets on. And I'm like,
that's when you got to start sending them invoices.
Gotta start sending them invoices. But no, to answer your question, no, I don't necessarily make playlists. But I think if we're being honest, I wish I would have started doing that earlier, because now I just feel like it's too late.
Yeah, it's never too late, but there's definitely benefits to it. But I mean, like if you're making mixes and where do you put your mixes?
I put them on like Mixcloud.
Okay. I mean, that's just as good. That's dope. You know, there's like you have a power in having a playlist that has a bunch of fucking listeners. You know, you can put someone's song on, or you put your own song on. Like, there's some power in it, but the same power comes with like making mixes. If people are listening to your shit, you throw someone's song in there, give them a little love.
I will say there's some like DJs that I know, or even non DJs that I've seen some of their playlists, and they put me on some dope stuff. So I do appreciate a good. I will say I do appreciate a good curated playlist of some dope music, some dope artists that I may not have known, and it kind of like inspires me to maybe get in the lab.
I think that these record pools are snoozing a little bit right now because everything seems so niche. People are looking for what they want. You know, I'm looking for disco shit, bro. If I want to find the dopest, coolest disco shit that nobody else has ever heard, but I know will keep the dance floor moving.
Are there any good pools though that's focused strictly on disco?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking for disco. Maybe you're looking for R&B for your Thursday. Everyone's like looking for a specific thing right now. We've gone into this niche market, and I think that these record pools are snoozing because, you know, Sony cracked down and all the big labels are like, yo, stop putting our shit on your record pool if you're not paying us or whatever. Now is their perfect opportunity to get with, like, you know, CRG, who had his own Patreon that he was curating a weekly compilation of music for people to go through. He had house shit, he had some disco shit, he had R&B shit, he had just like his weekly picks, and you could subscribe to his shit and just get his weekly picks. The record pools need to be hiring the DJs that know these dope pockets of music to curate lists for their record pool for people. You know, it's not mainstream anymore. The mainstream, they're cracking down, and also people are looking for non-mainstream shit. It's like, this is the perfect time.
I would love to do that. It would just be, I'd have to make a lot of money. I feel like for me to want it, you know what I mean? For me to be telling you like, these are the new records that I'm playing this week. I mean, I guess, I don't know, but you're right. That's a dope. That's actually a cool concept, and people would pay for that. If
I could get on Headliner and be able to see Kid Clay's top picks for the week, Strategies picks for the week, and Slot A's picks for the week, I would fucking love that. That would be incredible. I'd be like, I want to see what these guys are playing. They're looking for, I like their taste in music, and they're looking for R&B shit. I'm looking for disco shit. So if I want some R&B shit, I want it to come from you. You know what I mean?
Are you expecting the pools to pay us as DJs to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be a lot of money, but I feel like now's the opportunity. Instead of having editors, you know, I think a lot of the record pools funds are allocated to their editors.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like everyone's got their own editors. There was a whole battle over editors. They're like, that's the shit. I want the Kazus edit because he's got the best shit.
A lot of these, I'll be honest, bro. A lot of these DJ pools that I still use, they're trash.
They're not good.
They are trash, and it's because I'm thinking of like new music that just dropped, and I'm like, man, y'all didn't even get this on there. And if you guys do get it, it's like super late. So yeah, you're right.
So I'm saying it's perfect. They need you.
Hey, DJ City, Club Killers, BPM Supreme, holla at me. I got you.
That's what I'm saying. This is the perfect time. Like it's all coming together right now. The big guys are cracking down. People are looking for unknown artists. Yeah. Get some motherfuckers that are doing the work already, like yourself, and hire them to make some picks, some playlists.
Good picks of the week. Yeah. You know, what are your thoughts on have you been hearing about like a lot of these DJ producers now being able to get paid for their remixes or something?
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Beat Source has come to an agreement with all of the major labels, all of the music, to where if I edit a track, if I make a mashup and put it out, Strategies edit, and I put it on Beat Source, it's streaming. So you can't just download it. You have to get Beat Source and subscribe and be able to use their streaming thing while you're DJing. And you can play these edits off of streaming, and it counts to the label how many times it was played, and it counts to BeatSource how many times it was played. And there's some sort of split now between editors get a very small percent of the money coming in off of those play counts.
Okay.
So you make a edit of a Drake song, Sony gets 99% of the money, 98% of the money. BeatSource gets 1%, and you get
1%,
1/5 of 1%.
Okay, so
Something
it's
like
still
that,
it's still a little. Yeah,
I mean, I
was
don't know
gonna say,
the numbers. I'm just assuming. That's what I would assume, that the label's getting
Can
the
be a
most,
lot.
BeatSource getting a little bit, and the editor is getting a tiny amount. But tiny's better than nothing, which it has been for
forever.
ever. It's always been nothing. Now it's something. So
Yeah, I follow like Eccentric, and he had been telling us like in his Discord like he's gonna take his stuff off the platforms because they're a lot of those producers are trying to figure out what does that look like. What does that look like? You know what I mean? But I wonder if that's original production over the acapella, or if it's like edits that I'm creating, which is basically I'm sequencing a dope acapella over an instrumental. So I wonder, would that count? You know what I mean?
On the BeatSource thing, would you get paid off that?
Would I get
you
paid
would
off
get
of
paid
that?
off that.
I mean, I'm gonna look into it. I think one of my goals this year was to be able to create 100 edits. That was like a goal of mine, and I'm at like 90.
Okay, yeah. I think if you do you know anyone at DJ City or BeatSource or
No,
anything?
you know what's crazy? No, I don't. But hey, DJ City, BPM Supreme, Club Killers, holla at me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I could probably link you with someone who, if they're looking for edits.
Oh yeah, dope. I got some. I mean, some of them are fire. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I put them on Bandcamp, and I set them at a price that's a little higher than the norm.
You're on your boy
But-
Genius shit.
Huh?
You're on your boy Genius shit.
But people, man, some people been buying them.
Yeah.
And like, yo, I put them on for $5. Like, yo, if you want this record, which sounds crazy, $5, and you'll be surprised, people that
I'll pay $5 for some shit I want to play in the club.
And you know what? I've created like a little fund from it. To be honest, like I take that money, and that's gonna be money that like I give to my daughter. So it's like when she gets older, I'm like, hey, this is my daughter's fund, whatever this number turns out to be. But any edit that I make, anytime anyone buys it, it kind of goes into that, and this is gonna be like a little something that I'm gonna put away for her.
That's
you
dope.
know what I mean? And
That's really dope.
it's it's cool to be able to play your something a little unique, and like that is why I started creating edits. It was like I'm tired of playing just original music all the time. I'm not gonna sit up here and go super edit heavy, but I think it'll be cool to kind of drop in like a little sprinkles of some Kid Clay edits in there here and there.
Yeah, and you get to like you put a familiar Drake lyric that everyone knows over a really dope beat that they have no idea what it is, and you get a little, you're like, yeah, I fucking slid that in there.
Yeah, bro. Whoever made that Justin Bieber, the Yukon edit over the mashup with Up, beat it up.
I haven't heard it. Is it good?
Yeah, I forgot, man. You disco house.
I haven't even listened. Someone requested Yukon from us in the disco, and I was like, yeah, I'll listen to it. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but bro, this edit like took off, and all it was a DJ who just created that mashup.
I think I heard it on Power 92 actually.
Yo, they be playing it on GCI. Like,
Yep.
well, when we were getting our list for the week and just like records to keep in rotation, that was one of them. And I was like, wait, what?
That mashup?
That
Like,
mashup
not
was
even
on
the
the
original
label.
Yukon, just like that
The
fucking
Up Yukon mashup. And I
That's
was thinking to
dope.
myself, I'm like, man, did the labels,
something's happening for sure. We're in the midst of like the labels and the record pools or artists or whatever the fuck DJs like working shit out.
they're trying to figure it out, bro. Because a lot of these artists, if we're being honest, they broke. They're broke. They're not really. From what I'm hearing, is there's not as much money in the music industry as we think, and a lot of some of our favorite artists are not doing the best.
Yeah. Put a pin on that. I want to know who. I gotta pee real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so you were saying
bad.
there's some broke artists. Tell me who the broke artists are, but before you do that, just crack open that little pineapple long drink. Let's get Kid Clay's first impressions.
Oh yeah, man. Let's see. This is sugar free.
Sugar free.
There's liquor in this.
There's liquor. Tastes like a fucking.
Hey, this isn't a paid advertisement, but
it's pretty nice, huh?
that's not bad, bro. 0 sugar is great. How many calories is this?
It's 100 calories.
This is good.
It's nice. It fits in your hand nice too, right? It's not like one of those fucking little skinny ones that you gotta hold like a pencil.
Bro, I'm scared of the I'm scared of the sugar one because how much sweeter is that? Like, this is still sweet.
It's sweet, yeah. They're both sweet. I like the sugar free. Obviously, I'm trying to keep it tight. 68 days till I get married. So
Wait, wait, first and foremost, fucking congratulations.
Thank you.
68 days?
68 days.
You know what? Maybe I did see you post. Did you post the proposal and everything on?
Yeah, we had to post that.
She's like right by the door.
Okay. Well, congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
That's gonna be super dope.
I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I'm just shredding for the wedding.
Man, trying to get into. Have you did the? To be honest, just so you talking about that, I'm kind of getting on that wave too, of where I'm going to like chill on the liquor and kind of super lock in. Just if you want to be able to do everything that you want to do, it's like we got to have the energy, and we kind of need to be in top notch shape. I did the hard 75 before, and I'm like, I need to get back to that.
How'd you feel after you completed it?
I completed.
What 75 hard is 2 workouts a day, right?
Well, so let me be clear. That was the only thing that I did not stick to. And I could only do 1 a day.
Okay.
But I went 75 days, no liquor, reading 10 pages, drinking a gallon of water, and then sticking to the diet. And I was sticking to like a Mediterranean diet. But once the 75 days was over, I just stopped drinking still. So I ended up going I remember I started October 1st. I didn't have a drink again until April 6th when I went to LA.
Damn.
And man, I felt like my sleep was great. I was just like on it. I feel like I'm a very organized person, but during that time, I was like super locked in. And, it's nothing wrong with liquor. It's just the temporary fun. Then that next day, it's like, it throws me all off.
Yeah, you definitely got to be able to balance it out, and it's tough.
Bro, and then people are out and want to celebrate with you. Oh, you want to take a shot? And, oh, let me get you this. Or thank you for letting me get in, man. Let me get you a drink. And, it's very easy to, fall in that I guess, like, trap somewhat. That's why, to be honest, I started this Courtside with Clay series. And it was kind of in a way of, it was like 2 things. It was like, 1, let me show my audience some things that I like to do outside of music. But to be honest, it was really kind of to like motivate me and kind of get my shit together to be like, hey, lock in, get on your physical fitness. Let's stay,
Yeah. What's Courtside with Clay?
It was just like this concept that I came up with of like showing, the first video that I released was like me and one of my homies playing tennis. But it was just talking about how much I enjoy playing tennis and how this is like an escape for me. From DJing, having long nights, like you have to have hobbies. So I released one video like that. And then the next one was me playing basketball. Like, people don't know I played basketball my whole life. You know what I mean? So it's not like some corny shit where I'm just doing, let me do all these different activities. These are all things that I really do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I play tennis. I played basketball my whole life. The last one I did was like running, and then I was in a vinyl shop, like buying some vinyl to add to my collection and stuff like that. But the whole thing behind it was, man, I need to kind of motivate myself to kind of lock in and get my physical, my mental, all the way together. Because when those two things are aligned, you're unstoppable.
Absolutely. Yeah. I felt you can feel it when you're DJing if you're drained. You're just not as fast. I mean, not you, me. I'm not as fast. I'm just, it's hard to get in the pocket. It's hard to get present and like really feel the room and pick the songs and like do the job well.
For sure.
I feel myself relying more on my muscle memory when I'm mentally drained.
1,000%. You want to hear, man, you want to hear a crazy story. So like the past 2 years, bro, I've been thinking I was going fucking nuts. And I would be DJing at clubs and searching songs, but the song's not popping up. Like
that's like a nightmare I have.
So, and I'm like, yo, I put the song, why isn't this popping up? And, you know, I was like letting songs play a little bit longer than they should have and just felt out of sync for a while. And bro, I go to take, I don't even know what made me realize it, but I realized my laptop that I was using, it was just getting old. And when you would tap a letter, sometimes it would tap it twice and you wouldn't know. So you would tap like O and it would hit O. So of course your song would never show up. And bro, I've been going through this. When I found that out by taking my laptop to the Apple store, I was like, yo, I thought I was going fucking nuts. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, what am I doing? I'm turning into this terrible DJ. I can't find the songs. Like, just my mental's all out of it. You were
spiraling.
Dude, I was spiraling. And I bought a new laptop, like, on the spot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, I don't struggle with that anymore. But just, crazy time. But to go off what you're saying, yeah, man, it's just, when you're mental, you're on point, you are feeling good, home is like in order, you're able to go to work and be your best self. I've been to work where like I'm not feeling the best and I could see why my set sucked, Yeah.
And then when you're in it, how about when you're in it, you're DJing and you're like, all right, fuck, I'm not in it. How do I get in it? And then now you're even worse because you're not even thinking about what you're doing. You're thinking about how you could get in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you're thinking maybe drink.
Yeah. And you're like, let me take a shot. That'll ease my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
You get a long drink, I'll tell you right now. Not only does it ease your mind, the vitamin C in there is what makes you absolutely a better DJ.
Absolutely. This is not a paid advertisement.
It's actually not, which is the best part.
No, that's good. But
no, yeah. I have a couple questions about the laptop.
Talk to me. You
never like typed it in and then looked at the search bar and saw that there was an extra letter in there?
You know what? What's crazy is
I'm so confused at this. You went 2 months torturing yourself.
Torturing myself, bro. Bro. It was longer than that.
There was no time. Like, yo, if this was happening to me, this would be the only focus on my mind. Everything else in my life would burn down. I'd say, what the fuck is going on, bro, with me and my computer?
I was freaking out. Hey, but you want to know something that was crazy is that I was using that laptop for whether I'm searching for like my emails, everything else. And I felt like that was only happening in Serato. So, and maybe that wasn't the case, but I never had an issue if I was typing up an email or doing,
Maybe because like in an email, there's autocorrect, right?
Maybe.
Serato, the search bar doesn't have autocorrect.
Bro, you know what I mean? I may sound like, may not sound like the brightest right now, but
I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
It's funny, like that's actually a hilarious story because that is a fucking absolute DJ nightmare that I've had multiple times and I will probably continue to have for the rest of my life. Even though I'm not even on Serato anymore, I will have nightmares where I'm searching my fucking Serato and I'm typing something and it's not coming up.
Yeah.
And this song has 7 seconds left on it, and I don't have the song I'm looking for, and it's the only one that I can fucking play next, and then I wake up.
And then you wake up, bro. It was the worst. And but we got through it. You know what I'm saying? I got my new baby, you know what I mean? 4 terabyte.
You got a little M2, you got the M4 chip. What do you got?
I think it's the M4 chip. I got 4 terabytes, 24 gigs of RAM. So it's a pretty...
It's a beast. She's a beast.
It's a beast. It should last me for a while. You know what I mean? And no issues. You know what I mean? I'm feeling back to my true DJ self.
Good. How do you feel about switching to sticks?
You know, it's crazy. I haven't done a full set on sticks yet, but I will say I'm confident that I could do it. I think I just need to just push myself to kind of do it one day.
But you don't have a desire to do it, or you do?
No, no. The only reason is because I don't know where I'm gonna go musically. You know what I mean? I guess if it was a situation where, let's say, I had an hour set at this like super big festival or, you know, some large event where I kind of really just prepped it and really convinced myself like, hey, this is it. This is what you're going to get. I could see myself doing it. But then again, I just would hate to be at that event, hear a DJ who's possibly playing before me, play some of those records and then like maybe throw me off. You know what I mean?
So you don't think you can pivot on a stick?
Well, I mean, some of those, obviously those USBs, you could put a shit ton of music on there, right?
Yeah.
So I think I just haven't done it to know. But I think that's one of my challenges. I think for this year, 2026, this is crazy too. You know, I've never done an all vinyl set, and I can DJ on vinyl. So I was like, you know, maybe, you know, soon I want to have it to where, hey, come check me out. I'm DJing a 2-hour set, like all vinyl, but like really curate it and be intentional with it. So if I had the mindset of doing that, I definitely should be able to go on sticks. Are you all sticks?
Yeah.
No laptop?
No laptop.
Since when?
It's been, what's today? October something? I'd say probably June? No, July. I'd say July.
Is Heavy all sticks too?
Yeah. But we're also like not playing open format shit.
Sure. How many songs you got on your sticks?
I don't even know. A lot.
Okay.
I'm very cautious of what I put on there. I don't want to just do like a mass dump of my entire Serato onto there because I'm using it as a time to like clean up my library kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm like trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, let's just say, because you told me how frequent you are at Celeste, are you just continuing to add music every day, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm adding music, not every day, every week.
Every day. Okay.
Probably twice a week. I do like Wednesday, so get Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll do Friday, so I can get Friday, Saturday.
Okay. Oh, that's dope, bro. I mean, yeah, I gotta kind of push myself. I have been in this mindset of, oh, I have so much music, I just need to have it all on my laptop right in front of me. But I think that's a challenge. It should be a pretty easy one for me to do. I just need to do it once and then get more comfortable and then maybe do it again. Yeah,
there's definitely no question in your ability to do it. It's how long do you want to suffer? I feel like, you know?
Yeah,
because there's a transitional period. Like you rip it on sticks one night and you're like, oh, that was dope, and then the next night you don't, you know, I may not have the best set, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. This is the problem. I'm going back to laptop. You know?
I'm bringing the laptop out for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta commit and fucking, like, you will figure it out. It's not a question of whether you'll figure it out or not.
I might bring the laptop out mid that set is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're saying. Like, oh, okay.
I mean, like, you know, you bring your backpack at first. You're like, I'm gonna do a stick set. I'm not gonna need my computer, but I'll have it. You know, just a safety blanket. I got a little just in case. And then like I'll start. I'm like, I'm losing the room. Fuck, I need the laptop. Like
Yeah.
it's just a matter of not doing that.
Because you have it organized. Where is it? Crates? Is it crates on the USB?
It's crates on the USB. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a super nerd to curating crates, so that would need to be.
You can do. There's
point.
There's the apps that do like the full switch. You can just take your library and move it to Rekordbox, and the cue points stay the same and shit. But A, I'm fucking weary about third-party apps, and B, I don't want to just do a full switch. Like I'm
being more intentional with that.
I'm being more intentional. I'm doing a different thing right now than I have been for the past 10 years. So let me continue to keep it different.
Man, I gotta come. I definitely want to come out and check you guys out one of these days. One, because I appreciate disco and house, and I don't hear it enough. And I think you and Heavy both being great DJs, it'd be very interesting to hear you guys play a set of what you guys personally like, because I know it's not gonna be the corny shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a house and disco vibe, but that you all appreciate too, because I feel like you guys both have soul. You guys have great taste in music too, so it'd be good to hear that. Because to be honest, I'm not trying to go to a disco or just house club. To be honest, it would have to be a DJ that would really make me go to appreciate that.
Yeah, you don't fuck with dance music really like that, right?
You know what it is? I think I do. It's just for a long period of time. You know what I mean? For 4 or 5 hours, that may be a lot for me.
Yeah.
Where, I would like to hear, but like I said, I do appreciate it. Some of those, disco funk song, those are records that I'm playing at my annual skate shindig. You know what I'm saying? That are getting people out and to skate. So I think I appreciate it. It's just.
But you don't you're not listening to it in the whip. You don't you don't crave it, right? Because I was that forever until 2021 or 2. I started fucking with house and dance music to where I was yo, I'm enjoying this. Prior to that, it was just what is this? I can't even feel it. I can never think back to a time that I was in Spy Bar and having a good time because of the music. I was I always rejected. I'm obviously house came from Chicago. I respect it. I understand it, but it does nothing for me.
Yeah.
And then something clicked one day where I want that. I want to go. I'm listening to festival sets, DJ mixes, to get inspiration just because I love it. I'm on the treadmill fucking working.
What was I just listening to? So to give you some insight on that.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to do you feel that way? Because I don't necessarily think that that's how you feel, but that's definitely how I felt. I'm I can't connect to this. It doesn't do anything for me.
I think it's just finding what, I appreciate it, but it's just, I'd really have to find the records that I really would gravitate toward. You know what I mean? I was just listening to, hold on right now. So I guess it's not, I was just listening to S.G. Lewis's new project. Have you heard that?
No.
And it's a dance album, but let me see. Let's go with the breakdown is cold. Let me see. But this is feel good shit that I was listening to in the car. So, I'll look to see what drops and I'll try to give something a listen, and that's that's in rotation.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be in the car and I'm listening to that. So it's, but maybe a whole day of listening to it. Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
But that's with everything too. Even with rap and turn up and
You're
Afro
constantly
beats.
switching it up.
Oh, for sure.
It's always different.
I was listening to an Afrobeats album on the way here. When I leave here, I might throw on some super soft R&B, and then when I wake up tomorrow to go to the gym, I might super trap it out.
You're starting your day with Benny the Butcher or what?
Man, maybe not Benny. You know what I mean?
You're just trying to get in that mindset.
Just get into that mindset. I mean, I may throw on the Clips album.
Oh, I need to listen to that. I haven't listened to it, and I've heard incredible things.
You know what I mean?
Or I love Pusha, bro.
The JID album, really good.
Which one?
JID.
JID. Oh, from
Dreamville.
Yeah, Dreamville.
Yeah, like, okay. You know, those are some albums I'm listening to.
Did you listen to Freddie Gibbs' Alfredo 2?
Fire.
I did listen to that.
Alfredo 2's fire. But Gibbs always been making good albums.
Absolutely.
Like I like the one with Madlib, fire.
Yeah. I liked the first Alfredo better, but this one was dope.
He's rapping. I think it's good to, as an artist, to lock in with the producer to where the album like sounds cohesive, where I felt like there was a time where that wasn't like the cool thing to do. People would look at you as an artist and be like, oh, he's one dimensional. You know what I mean? Like you heard of the artist Blast?
Yep.
So when Blast first came out, I used to think, man, his tempo, all his records, the tempos are the same. It's just the same. But then I really couldn't say anything because then I became like a fan of Larry June. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's consistent. It's BPMs are the same between the albums, kind of rapping about the same topics on a lot of the same songs, and I appreciate it. But it's like, you know what your core audience likes, stay with it. And the Gibbs is fire. He was just we just did an event for him for his for Alfredo 2 too.
Where at?
Yeah, we had it at Whispers. He wasn't able to, his flight was delayed, so he wasn't able to make it to that event, but he ended up popping up to the after party at Chalet later. But yeah, we have like a close relationship with him. He's like really cool with my brother Chris.
Yeah.
He's dope. Gibbs is dope. I mean, he can rap.
Absolutely. He's the man.
He's a man. No, he's the man, bro.
Okay, so that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, anytime you want, bro. You should pull up on a Wednesday and get a little cocktail, listen to some loungy shit, chill out. You could go up in the garden. Is Cedeno's party that goes hard all the time. Okay. So it's a good time. And we would love to have you over there. That'd be tight.
Man, I would, definitely love to support you guys. We get so caught in our own business and doing everything that we don't get to hear our fellow DJs DJ as much as we would like unless we're actually DJing an event together. So
yeah, I need to get out. I need to hear some shit. What's hot right now? What's open format hot right now?
That's a good one. I mean, open format hot right now.
Yeah, like what's the new Drake? All the girls in the DJ booth. Is that the one right now? Really, or Nokia's still going, right?
I mean, Nokia still goes, but I feel like the Which One record with Central C didn't really do so well. I'd probably be able to tell you more so in the R&B hip hop space. Yeah. But even in the top 40 space, I'd be a little off. I'd probably end up, hate to say it, but I'd be like, I'd probably tell you like, Bad Bunny is still, very top 40 in mainstream.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
That's a good point. It's probably a Bad Bunny record.
It's a lot of Bad Bunny. Yeah. You know what I mean? The last album, for someone who can't speak Spanish, I like it a lot. You know what I mean?
You do?
Yeah.
I can't get on that. I can't connect to it.
It's weird.
The party shit. Like if I'm DJing, I play a Bad Bunny song and it's giving me the reaction that I want.
Yeah.
I can connect to that. I can connect to the energy in the room. But to just take the song and listen to it on my free time, I can't.
I mean, he's so big of an artist that when he drops, I'm listening right away. And I'm going to force myself.
But is that a DJ thing because you're a DJ, or is it because you're a music guy? You're like, this is the biggest artist. I got to hear what the fuck's going on.
I think both. From a DJ standpoint, I'm listening to it because I need to know what's hot in the club and what I'm going to play. From from a music standpoint, I'm listening because I'm trying to figure out, is there a song, you know, for me to be able to connect to a song and not know what they are saying, but can fall in love with the production and like the feeling that I'm getting from that, that says a lot. You know what I mean? There's some songs on the album where I'm like, man, that I felt it. You know what I mean? And also having friends who are Puerto Rican and stuff too, and going to college and going to, you know, frat parties and hearing reggaeton and all that stuff. Like, I know what was hot from that. So, you know, shout out Bad Bunny, man. He's he killing it for sure.
He did have the one like 88 BPM joint. Hey, curator.
Oh yeah.
That was, I like that one.
Okay,
I'm not gonna listen to it in the AirPods, but that one I can. There was a little feeling in that.
That was very big, but yeah, it was for me. I felt like that tempo was a little slow. Because you're
like
right, it was like
88.
Shit. It was like 88 BPMs or something like that. But
maybe it's 80 even. I think I used to bump it up to 88.
Okay.
Diamond Cut. Can we get what is the resident Spanish guy? What tempo is Bad Bunny's Caíto?
I think it's 88.
Caíta is female. It's like about 88, 87.
It's 88.
Okay. All right, 88.
Come on, man. We gotta get on our DJ BPM shit, man.
Yeah.
Bring them. I love the questions, man. I like when you're thinking.
Yeah. Thank you. I like when my brain works too. It's not often, but when it does, I like to try and ride the wave. Yeah. Bad Bunny song. I'm just like, I'm just nervous. I think that I left that world, and I don't want to not ever be able to go back, but I also can't stop posting about the fact that I haven't played A Ladies in 210 days and how good it feels. You know what I'm saying?
That is also a good, cool thing too. You know what I mean? To add to the resume. But I think if you really wanted to lock back in and kind of get into that, in that mode, in that space, it wouldn't be hard to do. It'd be easy, bro, to just do a little bit of research on the Billboard hip hop and R&B charts of what has happened in the past few years, and wouldn't be hard for you to catch up.
Yeah, I got a group chat with Cutswell and Dolo, and Cuts was like, yo, what's like the hottest hip hop shit you're playing right now? I'm going to do Vegas or whatever. And Dolo sent him like 4 or 5 songs. I was like, I don't know who this is or what any of this is. And that made me I was a little shook. I was like, damn, I don't know anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta go to the different spots. Like, you know, there's Bevy on Sundays, right? If I wanna hear a super turned up set that I know what's like really shutting the club down, you know, I'll go there.
That's where you're going. That's the free game. If you're in Chicago and you want to fucking Shazam a playlist to get the hottest hip hop shit.
Yeah, I mean, Sean is DJing there on Sundays, or Sean is there. I think Mile High is there on some Sundays. It's like I can hear some of those club records that I know turn the club up. And then also it's cool because you'll hear some records that everyone knows because it's a Chicago street record too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me that. What's that? What's the wifer? What's current day's wifer?
I mean, G Herbo's Went Legit. It was like he sampled a Kanye record. Drive Slow. Oh yeah, he sampled Kanye's Drive Slow.
Okay.
And then there's like it's a young cat, I think it's Baby Chief Do It or something like that. It's like some young kid. He's like 16 or something like that. And he had a record that was buzzing. What's so crazy is my daughter put me on.
No way.
Yeah, bro. My daughter's 13 and she'll be sending me like, oh, have you heard this song? Or hey, listen to this streamer. This streamer is actually an artist too. And it just shows that there's there's two different worlds, you know what I'm saying? But just to go back about the Bevy thing, you know, you'll hear a Chicago record that I'm like, man, I'm not in spaces where I would play this, but now I need to have it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like one example. And then, you know, you go to, you know, like a global currency set or something like that. Shout out Iggy and Mochi. And, you know, I might be hearing some super dope edits or maybe some Afrobeat records that aren't commercial that I'm like, oh, this was hot. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely try to tap into those spaces. It's a lot of very dope seasoned DJs, young, who are hungry, who are real fans of music, that give me inspiration to kind of hear something and like go back and be like, man, how did I not find out about this yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Figuring out am I not following this Instagram page, or am I not on TikTok enough? And, you know, it's not, you know, I get that inspiration from them, man. They keep me alive. As, you know, a lot of them would probably say, you know, I inspire them in ways, but they inspire me too.
Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do.
No, man. At the end of the day, I say it all the time, man. I truly love this DJing shit. It's when I think about where my life is now. I had dreams of being a professional athlete. Obviously, you know, those didn't work out, and that's a harsh reality to accept. And I look at things now, and I'm like, if I wasn't doing that, music would definitely be at the forefront. And it's just crazy how it fell into my lap the way that it did, because I was teaching before I was DJing full time. So there's similarities there, but it's like music is my passion, and I've been able to turn a career into it. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. It really is. We get paid good money to just have the best fucking time in the world. It's pretty insane.
It's dope. Yeah, we're playing other people's music. You know what I mean? And doing it in a way of you know, bringing people together. You know, I always look at it as whenever I'm DJing someone who's coming out, it's an opportunity for them to escape reality. Like, we all dealing with crazy life challenges. There may be things going on at home. We might be dealing with a lot of things behind closed doors, and for people to come out and not necessarily, you know, I don't promote abusing alcohol in any form, but, you know, people coming out, being able to have a drink, meet some new people, hear some new records, maybe get taken back to like, man, I haven't heard this since such and such, and have a good time, like, and get paid to do it. It doesn't get better than that. I always felt I wanted to have a career that had an impact on others, and I think that music has allowed me to do it. Yeah,
it's a good way to look at it. I forget sometimes that we're doing good for the world.
For sure, bro. You think like people work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and let's be real, they hate their job. So to be able to come out on the weekend and be with their friends and their family and catch up or have genuine conversations over music or dance, or maybe meet up someone that they eventually start dating in the future, whatever the case may be, a new friendship, like we control that. There's a lot of power that comes it comes with being a DJ, and people need to realize that, man. Like, it's a lot of work, and we're responsible for a lot of people when we go out. And I take it as a challenge every time I step into a venue. So, you know, it's one of those things where when I go to work on Thursday, I'm thinking about everybody that's in there. It's like, yo, how can I make sure these people leave here and have a great time? Because a few hours ago, they may have been in hell. Yeah. You know?
That's a good way to look at it. And I feel like that's a great way to land this plane on a sweet, genuine note And for any DJs that are watching to realize that it's more than just going out and taking shots and ripping a room. You're really putting your full self into it.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're able to heal other people through that.
I mean, heal is a powerful word, and it's very, it's true. I think now, once again, I keep saying it, but like as I am getting older and being in these spaces, I'm really trying to focus on that. And that's why I still, listen to music the way that I do and make sure I go into sets like a little prepared, or maybe I did, create like, a little crate where I can introduce people to new music, because there's still an audience that appreciates that. And it's just, we've been given a gift that, to be honest, a lot of people are trying to take our spots. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think every night we go out, we can't take that for granted, and still love it as much as we did in the beginning. I tell people all the time, if you started DJing just for clout, to get, get girls or free liquor or just kind of be in the mix, or you won't last long.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. And there's unfortunately DJs that I'm like, oh, okay, that was like a phase in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But the DJs that I know who are still DJing now and are booked and busy, you could tell they really love doing this shit. And that's going to be me forever.
Absolutely. Respect.
Shout out to Long Drink. This isn't a paid advertisement.
That shit's fire though, right?
Bro, this is actually really good.
Go ahead.
No, that's why I was like, wait, you gave me the zero sugar one.
Yeah, their whole thing is like, we just get cans on people's lips because the product will sell itself.
Yeah, this is good. Is this in like a lot of local stores?
It's in Target and Binny's and like some liquor stores and shit. But yeah, go get a Long Drink. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for, dedicating time to me. You're a busy guy. You came in here. You displayed your passion, which I love. Pause. And you were also inspirational, which I think is the most important thing when listening to a podcast, because that's what I look for when I listen to a podcast.
No, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. And we'll do it again soon. And thank you guys for watching. Algorithm activating activity, that's what we like to see here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a comment, all that good stuff. And what do you got? Anything you want to plug?
Yo, Sounds of Chicago this Sunday, October 12th, Untitled. 16 amazing DJs, showcase from DJ Ease, DJ World Champion, the Halloween bar crawl taking place this month. And if you are going to be at Afrotech in Houston, we got a hell of a lineup Thursday through Sunday. So that's pretty much it, man. Stay on the lookout for my next Coffee with Clay. Listen to me on the radios Fridays and Saturdays on 107.5 WGCI. And that's it, man. Check it out.
Let's go, champ.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.